Don't throw away an empty ketchup bottle. It has a brilliant use in the kitchen that greatly facilitates cooking. Its shape and the materials it's made of have fantastic functions. Tossing it into the trash is a mistake. When the ketchup is finished, unscrew the cap and thoroughly wash its interior. Then, prepare a blender pitcher. Peel a banana and break it into smaller pieces, then toss it into the blender. Add 4 tablespoons of flour. Prepare a small package of vanilla cream cheese. Finally, crack 2 eggs into the mixture. Blend everything into a smooth batter. Then, transfer it into the ketchup bottle. Finally, screw on the cap. The ketchup cap has a larger opening than other sauces. This is important because it's great for portioning small pancakes. Just squeeze the batter onto a heated pan. Without mess, you can make perfect mini pancakes. My kids love them. If you don't use all the batter, just close the bottle and put it in the fridge. The kitchen stays clean. Making pancakes using a ketchup bottle is pure pleasure. Take 1 onion and a jar lid. A friend from China taught me this trick. What you can do with them is amazing. You will definitely try this idea right away. Take large, beautiful onions, peel them if necessary, and cut off the stem ends. Clean them from the roots, but don't cut too much from that side. Place the prepared onion on the jar lid. Cut it in half. The lid will prevent you from cutting it all the way through. Now, cut it crosswise. Then, continue cutting it horizontally as shown in the video. This way, you will cut it into many pieces. It will look a bit like a flower. Cut the remaining onions the same way. Do everything exactly like with the first onion. Take a large bowl, pour water into it. Soak the cut onions in it. Leave them in the water for an hour and then dry them. In the bowl, beat 2 eggs. Mix them into a uniform mass. Add 100 milliliters of milk and mix again. In a separate container, prepare flour. Add salt, pepper, and sweet paprika. Mix them thoroughly with the flour. Now, take the first onion. It should be relatively dry by now. Dip it in the egg, be thorough. Then dust the onion in the second bowl with flour. Again, do it thoroughly so that the flour covers the entire onion. Heat oil in a pot. Put the onion in it. Fry it until golden brown. Turn it over to ensure it fries well on the other side too. Place it on a plate. Serve with sour cream and tomato sauce. Just peel off individual onion feathers and savor their extraordinary flavor. This prepared onion makes an amazing snack or a standalone dish. Since my friend showed me this recipe, I make such onions regularly. It's delicious. The most delicious cake with mandarins. It looks amazing, and it tastes even better. You can easily prepare it in a few minutes. Prepare 9 mandarins. Wash them thoroughly. Grate the peel of one of them finely. Then, peel the remaining 8 mandarins. Remove the peels carefully. Cut each of them in half. Prepare a cake baking pan. Grease it thoroughly. With fat, it can be oil or melted butter. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of flour over the prepared dish. Dust the entire surface evenly. Now evenly sprinkle 2 tablespoons of sugar. It should gently cover the entire bottom of the dish. Arrange the mandarins with the cut side down. It is best to arrange them in equal rows and spaces. For my dish, which has a bottom of about 20 by 30 centimeters, 15 such halves will fit. Place the peeled mandarin, from which you previously grated the peel, into the dish. Add 2 whole eggs. Add a pinch of salt. Blend the mandarin with eggs into a homogeneous mass. Strain the mass through a sieve into a large bowl to remove mandarin particles. Add the grated mandarin peel. Then add 100 grams of sugar and mix the batter. Pour in 150 grams of vegetable oil. I used sunflower oil. Pour in 150 milliliters of water. Add 220 grams of flour with a tablespoon of baking powder. Mix everything well into a homogeneous mass. Pour the batter over the mandarins so that it spreads evenly over the entire dish. The batter will not completely cover the mandarins. If you use a smaller mold, then the fruits will not be visible after pouring the batter. Place the cake in an oven preheated to 180 degrees for 40 minutes. After baking, turn it out, flipping it upside down. Finally, dust it with powdered sugar, and it's ready. This cake is quick and easy to prepare. It's simple but impressive. It also tastes great to anyone who has tried it at least once. Put the lemon into the boiling milk, just a few minutes, and something delicious will be created. Prepare 750 milliliters of milk. I used whole milk. It had over 3% fat. Pour the measured amount of milk into a pot. Take 1 lemon. Roll it for a moment. This kneading will make it easier to squeeze out the juice. The juice from 1 lemon is enough. Turn on the stove and start boiling the milk. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Stir to prevent the milk from burning. When the milk starts to boil, pour in the lemon juice. Stir until it boils again. The milk will curdle. That's what we want. Remove from the stove and let it cool for several minutes. Place a sieve lined with cheesecloth over a container. Strain the cheese from the whey. Gently pour the curdled milk into the sieve. Cover the cheese with cheesecloth and press it with a heavy object. And it's ready. When the cheese drains, uncover it. Gently place it on a plate. You can also immediately prepare delicious sandwiches with it. All you need are pieces of bread, butter, freshly made cheese, and chivis. Enjoy your meal.
Recipe for fermented beets that won't mold. The brine is not only a base for making borscht, but also a natural remedy for many ailments. Drinking and eating fermented beets prevent constipation, lower blood pressure, and have anti-cancer properties. To prepare a 1.5-liter jar, you'll need about 1 kilogram of beets. Choose fresh and firm beets. Wash them thoroughly and peel them. For fermenting the beets, you'll need garlic. Take a head of garlic and crush it with a knife. Then peel the cloves. Place them at the bottom of a large, sterilized jar. Also, add 3 bay leaves and a few allspice berries to the bottom. Fermented beets also include horseradish. It not only affects the taste, but also benefits the digestive system, stimulating the secretion of digestive juices, improving metabolism, and aiding digestion. Slice it and add it to the jar. Slice the beets into thin slices. This helps the beets ferment faster. I do this while wearing gloves to avoid staining my hands. Add them to the jar, filling it up to the point where the jar narrows at the opening. In a saucepan, pour 2 liters of water. It doesn't need to be boiled. For each liter of water, add 1 tablespoon of salt. I recommend using Quadoa rock salt for preserving, which is not artificially iodized. It contains its natural minerals and iodine. Stir everything thoroughly until the salt dissolves. Pour the brine into the jar. The brine should cover all the beets. The narrow neck of the jar will help keep them in place, preventing them from floating above the surface. Cover the prepared beets and set them aside for 5 days. After this time, the brine will be ready. Fermented beets help with anemia, support the immune system, aid in rebuilding intestinal bacterial flora, and assist the liver and kidneys. It's best to serve the brine in a glass for a much better taste. It's recommended to drink 1 shot glass of it daily for your health. Our grandmothers have been using it for years.